From the 20th century, other musicians, composers, performers, and musicologists have also left behind a great legacy. These musicians were also involved in compiling Armenian traditional music. The result of their work was the publication of books such as Stepan Turian's Knar, Anush Shavantergevondian, and Spiridion Melikian's Songs of Shirak, as well as Komitas's works, Armenian Knar, Anthology, and The Songs of the Armenian Villager. Music for the piano has a special place in the chamber orchestra music. This genre developed in two directions. In one direction was the refinement of the traditional melodies accomplished by Nicholas Tikranian and Komitas, and in the other, the creation of new and original songs by figures like Sarkis Barkhudarian. At the beginning of the century, one of the main issues facing the Armenian scholars was the artistic and cultural education of the younger generation. Romanos Melikian and Azat Manukyan founded the Musical Legion in 1908 in the city of Tbilisi. Musicians like Anton Mailian, Mikhail Mirzoyan, Yerishe Baghdasaryan, Azat Manukyan, and others created a large number of songs and operas for children. The creation of new musical companies contributed to the activation of musical culture within the Armenian societies, like the Eastern Musical Company formed in Tbilisi in 1907, as well as the Armenian Gusan founded in Yerevan in 1917. By the efforts of few musicians, the Tbilisi Armenian Musical Company was formed, which played a key role in the development and advancement of Armenian music. During this time period, new musicians were born, who were regularly performing in Russia. Conductors Alexander Aslanian, Konstantin Sarajev, Alexander Spentiarian, singers Tikran Nalbantian, Arus Bablanian, Shara Dalian, violinist Hovannes Nalbantian, pianist Olga Kalantarian. Musical theory was also developing by theoreticians like Anton Mailian, Vasil Gorganian, and Spiridion Melikian. Music was composed using famous literary works, which were compiled in books like Tears by Yerishe Baghdasaryan. The first decade of the 20th century was an important time period for the enhancement of the Armenian music. The musicians of this time period introduced new methods to enrich the national music. Alexander Spentiarian, Romanos Melikian, and Armen Tikranian were the initiators of this movement. They each contributed to the adoption of different genres of the professional music and the expansion of the existing boundaries. One of these prominent figures, Alexander Spentiarian, was the founder of Armenian Symphony Orchestra. He was taught by the renowned Russian musicologist Rimsky-Korsakovin. Like his teacher, he had more inclination towards subject program symphonies, which are represented in his works like the Three-Date Trees Symphony, Grim Exquise 2 Suites, Yerevan Etudes. The greatest work of Alexander Spentiarian was the 2 suites of Treason Symphony based on the movements of Diamond Opera Symphony. In January 20th, 1933, the Yerevan Opera Theatre was opened under the name of the Diamond Opera of Spentiarian. Spentiarian has also composed pieces for chamber, vocal, and instrumental ensembles. Like his pieces for the piano, violin, and cello for quartet and trio ensembles that were giant steps in the advancement of Armenian classical music. For his vocal compositions, he has used the literary works of Raphael Patkanian, Hovannes Hovhannisyan, Alexander Pushkin, Maxim Gorky, Shelley, and others. Another composer of songs in the same time period is Romanos Melikian. He enriched the Armenian romantic music by his works of Emerald and Zalvar song series. The educator, choral conductor, composer, and public figure, Armen Tigranian composed mainly for the opera. He wrote librettos using Hovannes Tumanian's poems. He managed to preserve the essence of the spirit of the poems and created music, which was in harmony with the poetic meaning of the pieces. This is communicated in his opera, Anush, which famous musicians describe it as endless flow of melodies. The expressive and inspiring music of Anush became part of the people's life. By only using the traditional melodies of Kochar and Bride's dance, he created authentic Armenian music. Such vibrant examples are Beneath or From the Clouds, Pampartumi Aila, choir songs, and They Say the Willow. These songs have not lost their popularity until today. His second opera, David Beck, had historical content conveying patriotism and nationalism inspired by the World War II. Armen Tigranian has a unique place in the development of Armenian professional music.